This is how to loom knit a lion part 2. And we're going to start with the body, and we're going to start working circularly, and we're going to work with the tan color first. And you're going to draw a string cast on, total of 24 pegs. Now you want to E-wrap 24 pegs, and the reason for this is you don't want it to be too bulky, and if you start double E-wrapping out the gate, it doesn't quite work. So you'll want to just do a single row of E-wrap 24. Now you want to go ahead and prep and start to double E-wrap, which simply is go ahead and E-wrap 24. Just don't toss any loops over. And what you want to do now is you want to double E-wrap for a total of 4 rows. And go ahead and toss the very bottom loop over the top 2 loops. And you want to continue this, so go ahead and pause the video and complete 3 more rows. At this point you want to get all the pegs down to 1 loop, and the reason being is you want to prep the loom for purling a row, because we're working from the bottom of the body to the top of the body. And when you pull, you can start to see the bottom of the body showing up. And what we're doing is we are purling a row so that we have a nice indentation that happens to create a distinct bottom of the body. So go ahead and purl 24 pegs. And now you start to see more of the bottom. So go ahead and prep to start double E-wrapping again. Okay, now you want to double E-wrap for 15 rows. If you want a longer body, go ahead and do 2 rows. Go ahead and toss the bottom loop over the top 2. Go ahead and pause the video and complete 14 more rows. And now that you've done that, you want to go ahead and get all the pegs back down to 1 loop. And we're going to be changing up the color to start working on the mane again, but we're only going to do 1 row of the crocodile stitch. And why we do this is so that we can close off the mane all the way around the face. So go ahead and change colors. And now you want to E-wrap 2 pegs for 9 rows, like we had done with the head. And you want to bring the original loops back on, which would be the tan ones. But again, if you wanted to, you can just do the brown in between if you wanted to make it easier, but I'm going to do it properly, so I'm going to pick up the original loop, which is a tan, and put it on peg. Okay, and you have your first little bobble area. Now you want to repeat this all the way around. You wrap 2 pegs for 9 rows, all the way around, for a total of 12 times, and bringing the original loops back on. Yeah, and bring the original loops back on. Now go ahead and pause and repeat that all the way around. Once that's done, you want to E-wrap 24 pegs. Now go ahead and E-wrap 24 more pegs. Now you want to cast off whatever way that you feel comfortable with. It doesn't matter. This is just my preferred way. Just go ahead and cast off all your pegs. Body. So you'll want to close off the bottom similar to how you closed off the back of the head, because it's 24. You don't want any hole opening to see the polyfill, and so you want to do that. Hit the major points on the clock: 12, 3, 9, and 6 to close that hole up. And then you'll want to stuff the body. Okay, and then go ahead and stuff the body, and then we will start on the back legs next. And with the back legs, you're going to be working with the tan, and you're going to want to drawstring cast on all 24 pegs. You're going to be working flat. Now you want to E-wrap 24 pegs. Okay, go ahead and prep to double E-wraps. Go ahead and E-wrap 24 pegs so we can start a double E-wrap. Push all those loops down and you'll want to double E-wrap 24 pegs for 5 rows. So continue on for 4 more rows. Go ahead and pause the video to complete. Once that's done, you want to get the end 4 pegs down to 1 loop so that we can decrease on each side. Now you want to cast off whichever way you like, 4 pegs, and then E-wrap all the way around. Okay, and you're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. You're going to go ahead and cast off 4 pegs, and then you're going to double E-wrap 16. the end loops, go ahead and toss both loops over so that you can prep to decrease. Go ahead and decrease by 1 on each end and then double E-wrap 14 pegs. Remembering on any decrease peg that you always want to keep 2 loops on any double E-wrap. So on those decrease pegs you want to toss over 2 rather than just the 1 loop. Toss 2 over so that you can keep with the 2 loops with the double E-wrap. At this point you'll want to double E-wrap 14 pegs for a total of 8 rows. Go ahead and pause the video to complete 7 more rows. At this point you're going to want to decrease the end pegs down to 1 loop so that you can decrease them. And then you're going to double E-wrap 12 pegs. And you'll want to knock both 2 loops over on the end pegs. Knock all those loops over on the end pegs so that you can prep to decrease again. Go ahead and decrease by 1 on each end. And double E-wrap 10 pegs. Making sure to, one more time, toss all 3 loops over on the end pegs to decrease one more time. Go ahead and decrease one more time on each end and double E-wrap 8 pegs. This time you'll want to toss all the loops over so that you can work on casting off. want to cast off whatever way you like or prefer. Now you'll want to sew up the leg, and my suggestion is to sew all the way around up until halfway on the bottom of the leg, and then you'll want to stuff it, and then you'll finish sewing it up. So sew all the way around, then halfway, and then stuff, and then finish sewing it up, and you'll want to make 2 of those. Now we're going to get started on the front legs, and you're going to work with the tan, and you're going to be drawstring casting on 18 pegs, and you're going to be working flat. Go ahead and E-wrap 18 pegs. And then you'll want to prep to double E-wrap. And you'll want to double E-wrap 18 pegs for 5 rows. You'll want to continue for 4 more rows, so go ahead and pause the video to complete your rows. And then you want to get the end loops down to 1 loop so that you can decrease by 1 on each end. And then you'll want to double E-wrap 16 pegs. And you'll want to toss all the loops over on the end pegs again to go ahead and decrease 1 more time. Now you'll want to decrease 1 more time on each end, and then you'll want to double E-wrap 14 pegs for a total of 10 rows. And remember, on those decreased pegs that you'll want to knock 2 loops over rather than the 1, making sure that you continue to keep 2 loops on each peg when double E-wrapping. So go ahead and pause the video to complete 9 more rows. Once that's done, you'll want to get all the pegs down to 1 loop so that you can cast off. And at this point, cast off whichever way you choose. And then you'll want to sew at the bottom and the front, and you'll stuff it, and then you'll want to make 2 of them. So go ahead and fold in half, and you'll want to sew at the bottom and the front, and you'll want to stuff and make 2. Next, we're going to start on our tail, and we're going to start off with brown. We're going to be working flat again, and we're going to draw a string cast on 10 pegs. And go ahead and E-wrap those 10 pegs for 5 rows. Okay, at this point you'll want to internally decrease from 10 to 6 pegs. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to have 2 loops on the middle 4 pegs, and on the end pegs you'll only want to have 1 loop. That's how it should look. Okay, so you see 1 loop on the end, 4 pegs with 2 loops, and 1 on the end. So go ahead and E-wrap pegs. Go ahead and toss both loops over. Because this isn't getting stuffed, we aren't going to do a double E-wrap. We want the tail actually being looser. So when you drawstring it together like this, you see it has like a puffy ball end. So now you want to change your color to tan. And you want to E-wrap 6 pegs for 20 rows. If you want a longer tail, just go as long as you want, because this is where the length of your tail comes in. Just go ahead and pause the video to complete your rows. After you do that, you'll want to cast off in whatever way you prefer, and then you're going to want to sew up the tail to complete the kind of circular roundishness that a tail has. Go ahead and sew up your tail. And I usually sew up the brown section with brown and the tan with tan. And sew it all the way up. And now we're fixing to be ready to assemble our lion. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to sew our head on. And the reason being is we want a good guide as to how to go about putting all the limbs and tail on and everything. So it sets the base for how to attach everything. So go ahead and sew your head on. sewing the ears down the side of the body, you're going to want to sew your back legs on lined up with the ears on the side of the body on each side. And then you're going to sew your tail on the purled line at the center back base of the body. And then what you want to do is after you sew your back legs on, it kind of gives you an easier guide of sewing the front legs, which I fold it in half with the seam facing me, and then sew it on. And what you should have is the space between the front legs should be lined up to the center of the nose, and then you want to glue your eyes on at the base of the snout, lined up with your ears. And then if you want to, you can embroider in the nose area and the mouth, and then you're done.